Hey folks, Pastor J here from Know the Truth. I am shocked and appalled that atheists and evolutionists can't see how God fine-tuned this universe. That's why I'm making this video series for you, my sheep. It's gonna simply be called the Fine-Tuned Universe. For my fellow Christians, I'm gonna give you the knowledge to fight the likes of Richard Dawkins, Aaron Ra, Matt Dillahunty, and Rachel Nanan Brown. For the atheists out there, prepare to be run over by the truth. This first video will be about God's most glorious creature, the Anglerfish. The over 300 extremely varied kind of anglerfish inhabit everything from shallow ocean to super deep ocean. They're called anglerfish because they're fish that fish for fish using lures, which are actually highly modified spines of dorsal fins that have migrated to their snouts. Not by evolution, but by God. Among the 100+ deep sea kinds, only a handful engage in what I like to call face melts into body mating, otherwise known as sexual parasitism, although we don't really know yet how males can be parasites because it's generally women that are parasites. In this group, the male anglerfish looks like an entirely different fish, lacking the female's enormous jaw and characteristic lure. It's also for this reason, the large jaw, that most creation scientists think that the male anglerfish is generally quieter than the female anglerfish, just like with humans. From birth, the males don't need to hunt because their sole purpose is to attach to a female fish, and mates are so scarce down in the deep blue that only 1% of males ever find a female. The rest starve to death as virgins, like I most likely will. But see, this isn't for a lack of trying. Thanks to God, the males have the biggest nostrils in proportion to its head than any other creature on the planet. These nostrils are paired with extremely well-developed eyes, so it's kind of a 2-for-1 deal. So what ends up happening is a female emits a species-specific smell, and the male searches her out based on that. When the male gets close enough, his eyes can be used to distinguish the correct kind of female. Lucky for him, the female emits a light, which is caused by the Lord's magic powers living in her lure. Once the male closes in, he bites onto the female. While biting, his lips, eyes, fins, and internal organs will melt away, and he'll fuse to the side of the female's body. It is here that he'll live out the rest of his life, nourished by her blood, still breathing with his own gills, and most importantly, still producing sperm. What will ultimately remain is a pair of testicles that the female will be able to use later to impregnate herself. Now, the female anglerfish is designed to live up to 30 years. Knowing this, God allowed her to have multiple partners over the course of her life. That's why we sometimes find female anglerfish with not just one, but a few pairs of testicles attached to her luscious body. This is also why most Christians would rather pick on gay people rather than people that want to marry multiple partners. You see, we Christians tend to look towards nature when the Bible can't give us answers. If things in nature can have multiple partners, so can we. We don't see gays in nature. Now, I can see where some of you atheists will find this atrocious and use this as evidence against God's fine-tuned universe. But I assure you, God designed the males to want this lifestyle. It's a choice determined by God because He made them this way. Thanks for watching.